All right, Ms. Powell, I just have a few questions for you. Do you understand the nature of the charges that have been reaccused and that you would be pleading guilty to today?
I do, sir.
And you've heard all the rights that the state has gone through that you would waive by going forward with this plea. Do you still wish to waive those rights?
I do.
And are you pleading guilty today because you agree that there is a sufficient factual basis, that there are enough facts that support this plea of guilty?
I do.
That, of course, was former Trump lawyer and election denier Sidney Powell, who has pled guilty to 6 misdemeanor counts of conspiracy to commit intentional interference with performance of election duties. And this is Progressive Matters. Today we have stunning news, as former Trump attorney Sidney Powell has pleaded guilty and agreed to testify in the upcoming RICO case involving the former president and his co-conspirators. Many of you will remember Ms. Powell as one of the many lawyers that pushed conspiracy theories about the 2020 election at the behest of Donald Trump and the My Pillow guy.
I can hardly wait to put forth all the evidence we have collected on Dominion, starting with the fact it was created to produce altered voting results in Venezuela for Hugo Chavez.
Let's get a few simple facts straight. In how many states were Smartmatic machines and software used in the 2020 election?
I don't even know the exact numbers.
What actual research or fact-checking did you do at the time to find out what Smartmatic's actual involvement in the election was?
Do you work for Smartmatic?
You've made an allegation against Smartmatic that they stole a presidential election. I think it's incumbent on both of us to know what Smartmatic's involvement was. It seems like a pretty foundational fact.
I mean, I'm confused right now about why you're here.
What do you have in your case? You have a bunch of dodgy affidavits that don't add up. You have a group of people with dubious credentials.
That's your
no
characterization.
Evidence.
That's all your characterization.
So far, you've provided no evidence.
You might as well
whatever.
be working for Dominion and Smartmatic.
I'm just waiting for you to provide the evidence.
Yeah, well, you'll see it in court. I'm going to release the Kraken.
Powell's plea came just days before she was set to go to trial beginning on Monday on charges including racketeering and conspiracy to commit election fraud. Prosecutors said Powell and other co-defendants tampered with electronic ballot markers and accessed data belonging to Dominion voting systems, the voting machine company that Powell and other Trump allies falsely claimed helped rig the election against Trump. The same Dominion voting systems that famously took Fox News' lunch money and forced Tucker Carlson to start doing interviews with Donald Trump from his mother's basement. But can you blame Sidney Powell for spreading misinformation when she had incredibly reliable sources such as this?
One of the major revelations that has come out of the billion-dollar defamation lawsuit between the Dominion voting systems and Fox News is that the basis for some of Trump lawyer Sidney Powell's election fraud claims was one email from a woman who believed she talked to, quote, the wind. Politics reporter Will Sommer of the Daily Beast tracked down that woman who sent the wind email and got an interview. And as this woman puts it, yeah, I'm crazy like a fox. This woman, whose email was used by Trump's legal team as if it was hard evidence, told the Daily Beast she is an artist who makes, quote, what she calls cactus art using glitter and crystals. She said she got her ideas about election fraud from, quote, hidden messages she detects in film and song lyrics she hears on the radio. And that she has an elaborate theory that the CIA controls the Washington Post, the FBI runs the New York Times, and the State Department runs Politico and CNN.
Despite being tossed off the president's legal team, Powell continued to push his claim that elections were stolen, going as far as filing multiple lawsuits in states such as Georgia, Wisconsin, and Arizona, which resulted in her being relentlessly mocked by lawyers across the country as they ridiculed her for sloppy filings, misinformation, and an abundance of typos. But hey, in her defense, her boss isn't exactly known for being a grammar Nazi. In fact, I'm pretty sure he is the only president to ever get an English lesson on Twitter from Merriam-Webster. Although Steve Sadow, the lead attorney for Trump in the Georgia case, expressed confidence that Powell's plea wouldn't hurt his own client's case, in the coming weeks, we can expect more people to follow the lead of Scott Hall, Yacine Taveras, and Sidney Powell, because much like the many former Trump associates and the more than 1,000 people charged in the January 6th insurrection, they will quickly realize once they face actual jail time that it just doesn't pay to be loyal to Donald Trump. Thanks for watching Progressive Matters, and until next time, get educated and get out and vote.